got a big mouth. Ain't out there. I talk from my heart. I'm real. You know what I'm saying? Whatever comes. But my controversy probably. And it's not my fault. I'm trying to find my way in the world. You know, I'm trying to be somebody instead of just make money off everybody. You know what I'm saying? And so I go down paths that haven't been traveled before, and I usually mess up. But I learn, you know what I'm saying? I come back stronger. You know, I'm not talking ignorant, you know what I'm saying? So I obviously put thought into what I do. Your karma, everything that you do bad comes back to you. So anything that I'm doing that's bad, I'm going to have to suffer for it. But in my heart, I think what I'm doing is right. You know what I mean? And I think heaven is just, when you sleep with a good conscience. You don't have nightmares. And hell is...
What's going on, everyone? I'm so happy you decided to join me on this journey called Podcast Life. We will be discussing topics like celebrity gossip, life lesson, politics, and etc. This is a judge-free zone. Think of me as that homegirl that is so down to earth that you feel like you've been knowing for years. Remember, over here at the Boomerang Effect, the motto is never judge a book by its cover before opening it up and reading it. And remember, it's okay to agree to disagree. Just stand on what you're saying. Got it? Period. Please like, comment, share, give feedback, anything to help this podcast grow, because it is a voice for the people. So, love, peace, and unity. Mwah! What's going on, everyone? It is your girl, Queen, and this is the Boomerang Effects. Let's jump right on into it. Hot topic: CDC now says masks should be worn indoors regardless if you have the vaccination or not. Let's get into what they say.
And why is this happening to them? I mean, this is a situation created by the high numbers of people still unvaccinated in this country. Is that a fair statement?
This is a situation that is created by more and more transmission of the Delta virus among people who are unvaccinated. This is not about who needs to take responsibility. That is not really why we put this guidance out. We put this guidance out because the science demonstrates that if you are vaccinated, you could potentially give disease to someone else. And that was what was the motivation for this.
And why is this happening?
Okay, so they're basically saying that if you have the vaccination or if you don't or you're not vaccinated, regardless of the fact, wear your mask, protect yourself because you can still get it. So they're basically having a debate on the simple fact of what's the point of the vaccination if the vaccination is not preventing or protecting people from catching COVID. So you telling me that you're going to sit up here and give me a shot that you guys do not even say that is going to help. In my honest opinion, they do that with our medicine. Just even think about it. When it comes down to birth control, when it comes down to any type of medication that you take, it's always some type of side effects or something to go along with it. Only thing I have to say about the vaccination, yes, I do believe COVID is 100% real, because of the signs and the different type of stuff and the people that have experienced death and that has been sick down to their bone. Every last one of them tell the same story. I just do believe that if a person believes in getting the vaccination, let them get it. If they do not, please also do not pressure them into getting something that they do not want, because a lot of times these people are forcing something on them, and I have never seen the government or whatever to sit up here and fight so hard for a medicine that they won't even clear through, the public safety department or whatever, like the stuff that actually, that they approve these type of stuff, like, okay, bam, this is legit. They haven't even approved the vaccination. And then you sit up here and you tell people, oh, if you get vaccinated, you get vaccinated, but it's not guaranteed. So you have to understand why a lot of people are on edge and they're nervous, because I didn't see it on both hands. Like I have actually seen people that get the vaccination and then next thing you know, they're still sick or they get sick. And you be like, wow, like, are you kidding me? So I'm praying for everyone at this time. Like I said, say, do what's best for you. It's sad to say that this disease, this COVID, has really brought out the worst in a lot of people. Even when it comes down to freedom of speech and stuff like that. Granted, the world has just started back opening up. People start going out, doing concert, getting back to normal, and now we're back into the red state where we have the highest. Or what I'm saying, people are getting sick and stuff like that, and it saddens me because it's kind of like people are actually dying behind COVID, like not only physically, mentally, and then on top of that, they're turning around and oh my God, I lost my train of thought. But I'm just saying, like, it's like they're dying physically, mentally, you see what I'm saying, emotionally, because the simple fact is that they don't have their support. And it's kind of like now you can even go into stores where they be like, okay, we require a mask. And if you had them people, no, I don't want to wear the mask. And you tell them that they can't come in without the mask, they're ready to blow your head off. I know y'all remember that story. I think I reported about the lady who worked at the dollar store that just told the customer, like, hey, you can't come in without a mask. He went back out, got a gun, and blew her head off. And this lady was working in her job just trying to follow the rules. So please don't put your life on the line trying to confront people about if they got a vaccination or not. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever it takes to protect yourself. Because when you sick and you down and out and you in the hospital and stuff like that, you worried about all the people who ain't got no vaccination. You don't think, trust and believe me, they're not worried about you. So protect you and your family, what you feel like is best. Okay, Simone Bailey. Let's get into it. Official statement, Simone has withdrawn from the team final competition due to a medical issue. She will be daily to determine medical clearance for future competition. Thinking of you, Simone. So let's keep her in our prayers. Since then, she came out and said that she was going to compete, but she did withdraw herself from the competition. She's a beautiful Black woman that has been taking over the Olympics and any type of competition she ever did. I'm sad to sit up here and see that this lady, that the young lady, she wanted to basically withdraw, or she had to withdraw because her mental health. She basically summed it back into her mental health. And a lot of people was giving her backlash and feeling like, oh, you a coward and this and that. Yes, it was people that was coming out saying that there was a cop-out or she just was making an excuse or whatever because she didn't want to compete. So she blamed it on mental health. And then some people are all for her and support. And what do you guys think about it? Do you feel like it was a cop-out, or do you feel like that it honestly could have been dealing with her mental health? I honestly feel like it was dealing with her mental health. And that's why a lot of people they go through anxiety and different type of stuff, and then they try so hard and they overwork. These people will make you work your fingers to the bone, and they'll sit up here and burn you out. And then when you burnt out, they will throw you away and go on about their every day and find somebody else that's close or just like you or even better. So please remember, that goes for job, relationship, friendship, or whatever. Don't ever be in a situation where it burns you out mentally. If you're not right, if you're not good, you ain't good to nobody else. So don't feel bad. I don't care if you at the height of your success. To me, that takes a lot of courage. You know what I'm saying? Like people was coming out trying to, talk crap about her and talking about there was a way and how dare she drop out and she's this and she that. But that takes a lot of courage to be at the height of your success, and then you pull back because you're mental. You know what I'm saying? You're not understanding. You have to grasp your environment. You have to will yourself back in. That's called self-control. I commend that Black beautiful young lady for that, because she's also letting it be known that to somebody else that's dealing with that, you don't have to put up with a lot of stuff. You don't have to sit up here and work yourself down to the bone just because you at a certain position. If you have to get out of that situation for a peace of mind, because I tell people all the time, what you can't buy, and that's a peace of mind. You cannot buy that. I don't care. That's why you got all these people in here with these mansions and all these cars, and they miserable as hell. They miserable. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't even sit up here and have a conversation with them because they mind gone. They got trust issues. They didn't been messed with. They didn't been taunted. They didn't been used and abused. And they have allowed that. They have had, now they numb. The worst thing a person can sit up here and say is that they numb to the pain. They numb to the backlash. They numb to people sitting over here doing or saying or using them. So yeah, I commend Simone on that. Let's keep her in our prayers. I think since then I would give an update, but I want to say she said she was gonna do at least 1 or 2 a competition, but she's definitely in full support of her other teammates, and she was rooting them on. Let me see. I think this is a clip of her talking.
No, no injury, thankfully, and that's why I took a step back, because I didn't want to do something silly out there and get injured. So I thought it was best if these girls took over and did the rest of the job, which they absolutely did. They're Olympic silver medalists now, and they should be really proud of themselves for how well they did last minute having to go in. And it's been really stressful, this Olympic Games. I think just as a whole, not having an audience, there are a lot of different variables going into it. It's been a long week. It's been a long Olympic process. It's been a long year. So just a lot of different variables, and I think we're just a little bit too stressed out. But we should be out here having fun, and sometimes that's not the case. No.
Okay. So like I said, friends, let's keep her in our prayers. And it's funny, not funny, but it's crazy because I was looking at some of the comments and that's exactly what people were saying, like, protect your peace, Simone. We love you, you know, and I think that is a wonderful thing. Like, protect your peace. That's something you cannot get back. That's the reason why a lot of these people are going to bed with demons and demonic spirits, because they have seen and endured a lot. So, yeah. So next subject, Ari. She is in a relationship with Moneybagg Yo. She's in a relationship with Moneybagg Yo, another rapper. And this is just a scenario. The scenario was basically she was at a club with, you know, her gay friends and stuff like that. She has her hairstylist. He's, you know, he's a gay male, and she also have a lot of other gay males around her. And she was dancing. A video went viral because she was dancing on one of her gay male friends in a provocative way. And I'm talking about, I mean, you guys can't see the video, but I'm finna give the scenario. Y'all remember on Soul Food, right? Anybody who out there who watched Soul Food, you remember at the beginning of the video, right? When Liam, he was at the wedding, him and Bird was getting married. And you know, Liam sit up there, his ex-girlfriend or whoever it was a big booty yellow chick, and she was up here dancing and grinding on him, and her dress was hiked up, so her little booty cheeks were showing, and she would pop, lock, and dropping it and rolling it and everything. And I'm talking about this was at the reception. You know what I'm saying? And he was already lit. He had some liquor in his hands, and baby, he was up there, hey, ho, you know, like it started to turn into a bachelor party in front of the mama, granny, and whoever. So I remember Bird was mad at it because she was like, who is this hoochie coochie all on my husband? It's supposed to be my wedding day. I'm supposed to be happy. But that's how Ari was dancing on her gay male friend. So a lot of people felt like that it was disrespectful. You know, she came out, she made a statement about he's gay, and I treat all my gay male friends the same, my gay friends the same, and he does not want me. He's in a relationship, whoop the whoop, blah, blah. So somebody made a good point. They said, gay or not, it don't matter. Let me see. Let me blow this up because, you know, our site is on 5 and 4. Gay or not, it don't matter. It's about respect. That's too close to effing. Let a lesbian dance on you. Let a lesbian dance on your man like that, and you'll be ready to fight. Oh, okay. So that was a good point. First of all, I don't care if it's a gay man or whatever, and that was a good point. If anybody see the video and felt like that the way she was dancing on this particular man, I don't care if he's gay or not, he's still a man. And sometimes just because he's gay, it doesn't mean that he does not admire a beautiful black woman or a beautiful woman in general. And he don't get an erection just by looking or feeling those type of feelings or touch. I ain't trying to be funny. I done had gay males hit on me before and be like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. beautiful. And, they flirt and baby, they'll toss you up and flip you around and dance all on you and grind all on you. And then they be honestly, like, okay, thank you. But I don't think that she should feel some type of way. But I do think as a respect for your man, because the statement is true. If that's just like if her boyfriend had a lesbian friend, like a lesbian homegirl, and then they at the club. So the lesbian homegirl started grinding and dancing and popping her booty and coochie all on him, whatever. You're not trying to hear that, oh, she's gay, she's a lesbian, she don't want me. So it is a double standard, because I feel like, yeah, he came out and made a statement. He said, I'm not insecure, I'm not jealous. First of all, that's cold red. I don't care who you is and what the situation is. That's code red. If I ever get in a relationship and my man look at that and feel like that, it ain't no pressure behind me, that's a problem. I'm sorry. First of all, I wouldn't even play with a dude that I talk to or I care about like that. But second of all, for him to be like, oh yeah, I ain't insecure, I don't care about stuff like that. Excuse me? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like, no. That's why people be thinking that some of these relationships gotta be fake, because it's no way in the world that you're gonna sit up here and say that you approve of that. And I'm pretty, like I gave y'all the scenario, but even if y'all Google it and see how that girl was tip drilling, you know what I'm saying, all on that boy and grinding and stroking, and baby, if he wasn't, somebody said he almost said, I'm delivered. Like, Andrew, I've been delivered. You better get on that altar and tell them people I ain't gay no more. This girl that turned me out all over a dance. So yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think that whether, does it really matter if your homegirl had a gay homeboy? Would that really affect you? Would you really care? Or would you chop that up as the game? Or would you feel like you wouldn't want it to go down regardless if it was a male or a woman? Let's just keep it real. Because that's the same thing. Yeah, and I ain't trying to be funny. She has a history. She was gay. Like, before in her younger days, she admitted that she was in a relationship with a woman for 2 or 3 years. So, yeah, get into it. Okay. Anybody that know Keyshia Cole, mother had passed Frankie. R.I.P. to Frankie. That's something that I wanted to report in another one of my podcasts. But R.I.P. to her. She was very funny. Oh my gosh. Everybody know that she had like a drug issue and she had multiple kids and stuff like that. But when she hit that TV screen, the authenticness and the realness of her, she was definitely will be missed by so many people, and she had fans that really did adore her and love her. And even a clip, let me play this clip that she told to Keyshia, because I feel like a lot of people, I never experienced a mother or a father or even a family member on drugs real bad and me still trying to fight for them. So this is something I found the clip of. This was like a recent clip too. It probably was 2020 at the latest, but this is something that she told Keyshia, like on a TV show thing, like a little interview thing that they was doing, catching up. This is what she said.
And stay fellas. If I die today, you gonna move on. You gotta make it. You gotta live for Keyshia.
Okay.
You have to live for you and your family, not nobody else.
Okay, but
you don't have to stay fellas. If I die today, you gonna move on. You gotta make it.
Like, you should still want to be there. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You always have my protection as a mother spiritually, and nothing can touch you. Mother's love, Keyshia.
But like, you should still,
because I'm gonna be always where you can find me, even when God called me. A mother's love will always protect you. No matter what, you always come from out of her. Because I'm gonna be
So that was Frankie, and she that was not even, and it's crazy because that was definitely not the only interview that she did with Keyshia last year, and they was kind of talking about the situation. So Frankie definitely dealt with like drug addiction and stuff like that, but nevertheless, she was a legend. She was a wonderful individual that blessed and put smiles on people's face all over. Not no ha, we laughing at you and not with you. It was just genuinely, you love her authentic, being authentic and being herself. And like she was telling Keyshia, like, I'm gonna always be there for you in your spirit or whatever. When it's time for me to go, it's time for me to go. It's crazy when people give you that closure. I mean, I don't even like to hear my mom or anybody talk about death and try to like forewarn me or try to say little stuff or whatever. But you always sometimes need to listen because they're telling you that for a reason. And therefore, if something was to ever happen, you don't never have to guess what they were saying because they was already letting you know, regardless if it's today, tomorrow, or next year. This is how I feel, baby. This is how I feel about you. This is how I adore you. You have to keep pushing on. I always be here. A mother love is always here. So shout out to Frankie. Oh my God, rest in heaven. You have definitely blessed a lot of people while you was down here on this earth. Okay, the last topic of tonight will be Nivea. Nivea, she's an R&B singer. Let me find a clip. Okay, Nivea reveals that Lil Wayne persuade her to quit doing music at the peak of her career by promising to take care of her, but later moved Toya into his house and married her instead. Let's get into the clip.
At what point did you meet Wayne?
I met Wayne because from Don't Miss My Man video was out. And he said he saw it. He was like, oh, she's cute. And called the label and said, I want to do a song with her. I'm working on my solo project, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, okay. And he said, I don't want to do a song with you. I just want your number.
And then he encouraged you to basically say deuces and come to New Orleans. So
he said, cool, come be with me. I got you.
Sent a letter to the label. They don't put all that money in that girl that she just up and quit.
So he was like, well, I can help you with your music if you want to do it. I'm just sitting there, be in a house like a housewife. And then the situation, he was, Regina was very young. I love her so much. All of a sudden, this is kind of funny. He was like, I never stayed in an apartment before. Let's get an apartment. So we moved out the house, get an apartment. I didn't realize he did that to move Toya back in the house. That's crazy. But I remember being on the phone screaming.
At what point did
Toya and Wayne and Cecil like, I'm gonna come crash the wedding. So we had a birthday party. He did the prom thing, and me and Toya both was there. And he gave her this awesome speech and everything. And she told me years later she thought I knew that they was back together. After that, that's pretty much when I think he proposed when he got married. And I was so heartbroken. I was screaming and cussing him out. I'm about to go get a job at Babes. As Nivea.
Babes?
Old strip club, girl. I know.
You just gotta go after you already have been a celebrity.
This was 2003. Toya and Wayne and Cecil like,
oh, honey, the ghetto. So the reason why I want to play that clip, that was an R&B singer called Nivea. She sung the song "Don't Mess with My Man." I'm gonna be the one to bring it to you. Why you didn't bring it to her about Lil Wayne then? Because if that's who you were singing about, and you just gave this testimony, I'm disappointed. And she also did Laundry Man. She was a beautiful young lady, still is, because you can genuinely see that she was a sweet spirit. Lil Wayne is the hottest, was one of the hottest rappers, still is. He's over Young Money, so of course he's seen Nivea, like she said up and say she put her whole career, because he sit up here and said he wanted to take care of her and make sure she was good. Now, the reason why I played that clip is to, once again, like everybody, like I said, and tell people, I try to end off on a note of encouragement. Now, this is for young women. This is for women in general. This is also for the males out there or whoever. Please don't ever put your life and your career, especially when you're already moving forward. Please don't ever put that on hold because of a so-called love interest, because you see, Nivea was a prime example. She was actually successful before she met Lil Wayne. Truth be told, they probably came out around the same time, and it's just the simple fact is that he seen something he liked, he moved her into the house, turned around, told her, I want to stay in an apartment. Girl, that should have been clue number one. You telling me this boy didn't sit up here and got you in the mansion and then turned around and said he wanted to put you in the house, put you in an apartment. So then he moved you into the apartment, moved his baby mama in the house, and then marry her. So Therefore, he's living a double life. And let's just be honest, even after the fact, Nivea, I mean, she's telling that testimony, but even after the fact, she still stayed with Lil Wayne. She ended up having the kids by The Dream, and she this producer called The Dream artist also, but she also had kids by Lil Wayne. She also had a son by Lil Wayne, and after that, he still had at least 2 or 3 more kids after they had a kid together. And she stuck around for a lot of more years, even after the fact. This is a prime example. Like she said, she had a CD. She was an up and coming hot artist that was getting played and getting played everywhere, and people wanted to see her. She was the it girl. You let this man sit up here and bring you all the way down to talking about some that, oh, when I found out he went ahead and got married and stuff like that, after you didn't already said you pleaded with him and told him, I'm gonna come crash your wedding, and he still decided to get married. And therefore, you was like, well, I was going to work at Bays at a strip club. Come on now. Let me tell you something about people and love. I just feel like that it's easy for a person, like he used money, or just even the fact of you feeling like he was a charming, nice guy. He used that and materialistic stuff to manipulate you and put you in a certain situation. Let me tell you about, I feel like if a person loved me, they're not going to want to just give me the money. I'd rather for a man to sit over here and teach me how to make the money, or get money, or invest in me in some way that with or without him, I'm good. Now, that's love to me. If Lil Wayne really did love her, he would have let her, or he would have still encouraged her to pursue her career and not depend on him solely. Don't depend on me solely. Still get out here and live your life and do what you gotta do. We early, we young. Yeah, we love each other. If it's meant to be, it's going to be. So that goes for a lot of people out there. Be mindful or when people are so quick to be in control of your whole life. That goes for men and women. They don't ever want to see you grow. It's like you can have friends, they can't have no friends. Excuse me, hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. Got a little cotton milk. But they can like you start isolating yourself from situations and your families and friends, and I just feel like that is not healthy and good. Every time you can't go around your family, you can't go around your friends, you can't have different people, you can't go out, you can't live your life, but this person is living their life to the fullest. But every time you try to live your life, it's a problem, it's an argument, it's a control factor. They don't want you talking or seeing nobody else. So please be mindful of that. Please be mindful of that in every little situation. So just know that it takes a lot. You rather have somebody to pour into your mental and physical, well, really mental, because I don't want to say physical, because some of y'all get to thinking like, oh, some of that pipe, some of that cooter. I'm just playing, but you rather for somebody to pour into you emotionally and mentally versus them sitting over here giving you materialistic things, thinking like, okay, at the end of the day, you just gonna take this and deal with whatever I got coming at you because you're being supported. Don't ever let a person in general get you down that bad to the point where you start losing your peace of mind. You start losing your pride, your dignity. You start becoming numb and just trying to survive. This girl had a CD and was already a star. She dated him for a couple of years and got resorted back to a side chick and turned around talking about she was going to be a stripper. Come on now. Let the church say hot mess. But at the end of the day, she has persevered and she have came out and she have found out that self-care and her feelings, and she had made for sure that she had to do what she had to do and that she can make it with or without Lil Wayne. And now she's still I'm sorry. She's still growing and she's still beautiful. She's probably in her 40s now, but that's what I'm telling you guys. It's never too late to change. It's never too late to change your mindset, your lifestyle, your looks. You know what I'm saying? The inside in out. And I'm not just saying like outside, like for as appearance, for as getting surgery or whatever. It's more so of get healthier. You know what I'm saying? Have a healthier mindset so you can have a healthier body. and I'm not saying it's a perfect way to have a body, because a six-pack to me is not a perfect body all the time. Yes, in some people's eyes, but I'm just saying though, get stuff that make you feel good. I ain't trying to be lying. I left somebody alone last year. Now I'm thicker than a snicker. You know what I'm saying? I'm loving that extra weight. And then it's funny because people say it's happy weight. So I was just like, well, hey, maybe it's happy weight. I mean, I was always little and petite even back then, but I love the woman at the age of 31 that I'm growing into. Like, I love my curves. I love my body. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, feel and look more healthier. Not to say that I was starving myself or going through some serious, but it was just the fact is that I feel so much better and free and alive. So just make sure you guys always remember that self-care is very important. And if somebody really love you and adore you, they're always going to encourage you to keep pursuing your dreams. But if you said you want to be, you said you had to study. Why you ain't